Brother lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. We won the game 3-2 emphatically, beautifully at the death, but we have a problem. TROSSARD could be out for quite some time. According to Teta, it is a big worry. We're going to be diving into Teta's press conference, finding out the extent of the injury on TROSSARD. When is Nketiah slated to be back as well? Because you can't have Nketiah and TROSSARD out, and then Gabriel is out as well. That would be a massive blow. Hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast as well. I hope you're having a very wonderful Sunday. Arsenal still on top of the table, 5 points clear, 12 games to go. Let's see what Mikel had to say about this one. Let's get this video to 400 likes as well. Right, so this is Mikel's press conference. First and foremost, he was asked about on if he believes in fate that we can win the title, and he says, yes, I do, and why not? It was an extraordinary day, a beautiful experience at the end, very dramatic, but worth living it because it was a great ending. Now, I have not seen so many games like that, in my opinion, especially this season. Yeah, we've won some at the death, like the Manchester United game. But going 2-0 down, coming back in such a fashion, I think Spurs fans have already seen that against Bournemouth, so they might not have that kind of chill. But for us, we are title contenders. We are real title contenders. To win in such a manner, that was purely and absolutely scenes at the end. And Mikel Arteta, on how he describes the emotions, of the last few minutes, it says probably that everyone is a bit overwhelmed. It was madness from the first second of the game. That routine that we knew they could do, they did it brilliantly, but we defended so poorly. We had to climb a mountain against 10 players behind the ball. We tried to do everything. We tried in every single way. We didn't score the goal, and suddenly we were 2-0 down because of a set play. Listen, I don't have a problem with Bournemouth actually playing in that way, but what I don't want people to do is describe Arsenal as very emotional, Arsenal fans as very emotional. Look, every single team, when they win such a game, it's gonna be massive. They're gonna shout all over the pitch. They're gonna create scenes. They're going to be all over the place. Okay, so I don't think we did anything wrong, but the emotions in that game, it was pure madness. Like, those were real scenes. And look, if someone told you that was a Champions League final, I don't think you can deny it. The emotions in that game, for me, ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic. And Mikel says that after that, it was about don't lose the shape, don't lose the discipline, and start to do all the simple things right and try to score the first one. We did that. We showed a lot of maturity and resilience to do that. Once we did, the atmosphere and the place changed the energy. Then it was about going for the second one. We created a lot of situations. I think we had around 31 shots in total. When we scored the second one, it was okay. Let's throw the toys out and go for it. I thought the subs made a huge impact today. I'm so happy for Reece after the difficult months he has had. It's an incredible day at the end. That was quite very insightful from Mikel Arteta, because most cases, he gives you those very short answers. But right now, he was very happy. You can tell by the press conference he was very happy, and I think it's spot on. The moment you concede the second goal, it's all about doing the right things now. Like getting into, get that ball, pass it, make the accurate passes, make the right passes. Don't lose the ball again. Don't allow them counter. Don't allow them on the break, on the counter again. Just do those simple things right. At the moment we did that, Bournemouth slowly but surely started to open up as a team. You look at the first goal, that was a lot of confidence from Thomas Partey to be in that area. You look at the second goal, we catch them. It's one of the first times, I think, that we went in behind their defense, and that was fully utilized. Okay, so when we scored the second one, it is 2-2. That is when I feel like, is it gonna end 2-2? Or Arsenal could win this game like 4-2 or 3-2. And in the end, we won it 3-2. Good. I think it's a very good observation from Mikel Arteta, because anyone who's going to say Arsenal struggled against Bournemouth, we actually didn't struggle. It was 31 shots in total in that game. 31 shots in total. And tell you what, although we only scored 3 goals, we could have scored something like 10. Because the chances that fell to the wrong boot were actually very many. Martinelli should have scored 2 in that game, in my opinion. Saka should have had a goal, in my opinion, in that game. I think, which other player? I think Odegaard as well. There were a few times where it opened up for him and he just didn't take the full responsibility and task at hand. On the character of the players, Mikel says the team and individuals showed a different level of willingness to win, determination and initiative today. When the game gets ugly, there is a moment that you can lose momentum. You can start to hide and start to navigate through the game. The players didn't do that. They wanted the game. They wanted the ball every time. They took risks that you couldn't imagine. They took the initiative and kept on trying until we broke them down. It was great to see that from the team. Now, what I liked about that game, actually, and I think Mikel is spot on here, what I liked about that game is the willingness to go. Whether we win it or we do not, you have got to, you stay fighting. You stay on your feet. You don't mind about the result. You don't mind about the scoreline. You play the way you have been playing. And I liked it. Zinchenko didn't give up. Odegaard didn't give up. Reece Nelson didn't give up. None of our players, including our goalkeeper who made a very, stupendous save in the second half, none of our players gave up. It was like, okay, we are 2-0 down, but we might as well just score 3. Okay, that mentality is a mentality of Bayern Munich. That's a mentality of Barcelona 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. That is the mentality of such clubs. You've scored because Barca, I think they conceded 4 against PSG. Was it 4 or 5 against PSG in the first leg? And they went on to win that game 6. Imagine thumping PSG 6. That is the mentality. And like I said in my 6 things we learned, this team is slowly but surely picking up a hard skin. And you will need that in seasons to come. Mikel Arteta on how his heart rate is now. He says, it's crazy. You lose sight of where you are. I started to run and I didn't really know what I was running to. Just looking at the faces of everybody, the staff, the players, our supporters with those smiles and that joy in their eyes. It's just a great day to live. And it is, isn't it? I shouted on top of my voice and I don't know what I was shouting. I don't know the right words. I didn't have a script in front of me, like I was, screaming off a script. I was just screaming unscripted, and that's why I don't record myself behind the scenes, because you guys could say Cossy is crazy, right? But it was really good. It was very, very good, and my heartbeat right now, even after recording a series of videos post match, I'm still very, very happy. I'm still so happy for that result. So Mikel says right now, his heart is still beating at a very, very quick pace. On if he wanted Reece Nelson to shoot in that position, he said, I don't know. In training, if we told him to shoot 50 times to put it in there, I don't know if he would score, but he did it in the right moment and the perfect moment for the team and for himself as well. He fully deserves that moment, that kid. Absolutely. Look. It's one thing we need to do more. I looked at Manchester City yesterday against Newcastle. I didn't see their first goal. I was a little bit busy. But I look at the second goal. Bernardo Silva gets a flick on from Erling Haaland. And literally what he does is stops that ball. And within a second, he's actually hit it. And Nick Pope has no chance. Okay? So we've got to do that more. Hit the balls outside the penalty area. Hit the balls at the edge of the penalty area. Hit those balls. Just hit the balls. Right? I've always believed that goalkeepers like Danny Ward, Neto, Meslier, the goalkeeper at Leeds United, which other goalkeepers are not as shit in this league? Against such goalkeepers, you've got to get the balls on target. Because you never know. Put the ball on target. you never know what's going to come, okay? Just put the ball on target. Mikel Arteta on time wasting. They said every team tries to win the game every way. They try to do everything to win the game. You can have respect to that, and you've got to respect that as well. Referees are here to make decisions. I was talking to Andre Marina, the fourth official, and he told me straight away it was at least 6 minutes. Today, thankfully, we had enough time to win the game. It was a disgrace, guys. It was a disgrace. Like, Zemura, that's one player I would pick out. Zemura, the right back, that guy wasted about 45 minutes in that game. In throw-ins, in diving, in simulation, in faking injuries, the guy wasted about 45 minutes. And look, it's such a shame that they lost that game. It's such a shame, okay? That even when they had a goal, even when they had two, they kept on wasting time and they kept on playing like, a bunch of cowards. And you know what cowards get? Nothing. They get nothing. And they got nothing in that game. But for me, look, I've seen Arsenal waste time before. I've wanted my team to manage games. But the extent at which they waste time, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, really. It's ridiculous, to be honest. On if Emile Smith-Rowe's substitution was planned, it says we didn't plan to throw him on so early in the game. We knew it was difficult for him to last at least 70 minutes on the field after missing almost 5 months of football. I think he had a good impact in the game, and at the end, I felt we needed something else, especially on the left, because we were lacking a threat and attacking more and attracting more players to that side. That's why we made a decision to bring on Reiss Nelson. I think Emile played well. I think the assist is very, very brave, very good from him. I mean, when you come back and you record, any of the GAs, you either record a goal or an assist, it just boosts your momentum. I tell you what, play Fabio Vieira and play Emile Smith-Rowe in the Sporting CP game. It's not going to be an easy one. They will be relentless. I would suggest that we don't change our back four. Why? Because let them play every single game until the break, okay? So I would suggest don't play our back four, play Jorginho and play Emile Smith-Rowe. I like Emile Smith-Rowe, and I'm very, very happy to have him back. Mikel on if he has ever had the stadium like that. It says probably the loudest and the most emotional moment we have ever lived together. The journey has been on together, how the supporters and the team are together as well. Added to that moment and we had today. It was really, really special. On if there is an update on Leandro Trossard's injury, Mikel says it is a worry. He came straight to me straight away and told me he could not continue because he felt something while he was tracking back after the corner. We had to assess him and see how he is. That is a blow. That is a massive blow. Trossard for me is a game changer. Trossard is the player that you don't want to be out. Trossard is the guy that has been coming in and doing all these kind of things for us now. And I tell you what, I think many Arsenal players are going to have Masso's pull, to be honest. I think that the training is vigorous. I think the games are very, very vigorous as well. I looked at Tomiyasu. I think Tomiyasu pulled something. I don't know if Mikel noticed, or and that's why he took him off at half time. But I feel like he pulled something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Mikel Arteta on what it says for the reason that he can produce moments like that. It says, I always saw the potential, the talent, and the desire for him to do it, but I think it's a different level right now. I think emotionally, the experience he's had has actually helped him. Football-wise, it was my decision not to put him in the squad in the last 2 games because we had other options. But he's knocking on the door. He's been training really, really well. And it's a good lesson for me and the coaches that we need him, and he can really impact the team in a very, very important way. Listen, look, I think right now, every help we can get from every player, we will take, okay? Every help from every player we will take. I think Reiss Nelson was unbelievable in that game. Kudos to him. Like, really, really kudos to him, right? On Bournemouth's early opener, it said credit to them. They tried many different things from kickoff. They have routines for every single set play. I'm sure they worked on it, and today they scored a really, really good goal. It was really, really very poor from us. Very poor. Very, very poor. How have they had those touches without a single Arsenal touch? We didn't press well. Probably we thought, oh, it's gonna go out for a goal kick. Oh, it will end up in the goalkeeper's hands. We cannot take those chances. 12 games to go. We cannot take those chances with only 36 points to play for, right? Because we have 5 points above. You could win every game. This Arsenal team could win every game dramatically. We can't. But if we don't win every game, let's drop points where everyone thinks we will drop points. Let's not drop points where everyone thinks we will pick up points, okay? That was very poor, but I think we will learn something from that as well. On if Gabriel Martinelli will play more centrally with TROSSARD out, he said the way we were defending, we thought it was the best way to do it. We have alternatives. Emil can play. Come on, Mikel. Come on. And he says we can move players and Reece can give us width and threat in wide areas. We will have to assess every opponent because they are different. Now we have Sporting CP, a really tough match. So let's hope we'll have 1 or 2 players back. How about Gabriel Jesus playing in the Sporting CP game? Calm down. I'm kidding. Okay, but if we have 1 or 2 players back, and Gabriel Jesus is one of them, I'll be happy, right? On how Mikel Arteta will focus the players for the next match. It says, first, let's enjoy the night tonight. I told everybody to have some fun. When you go through moments like this, you have to enjoy it because there aren't a lot in football. Tomorrow, we'll go back to work. I like the mentality. I really, really do. Tomorrow, we get back to work. On what a win like this can do for belief and momentum in the title race. It says that's 4 in a row now. Winning 4 games in a row in the Premier League is very difficult. We've won 3 in a week, which is even harder, and we've done it in in various ways. That should generate more belief. Today, a lot of things went against the team. Our fault for the first team, the fact that we weren't scoring, the situation with Leo, the set play they had when they scored, the team still found a way to win the game, and that is really, really absolutely positive. That is Mikel Arteta. If you want to know more about the Leandro Trossard injury, of course, you've got to subscribe and stay on this channel because later on we'll be doing a full video about Leandro Trossard and the injury update about Arsenal, trying to update you where we are at the moment. But for now, Kwaheri, I'll see you on the other side.